Today, I'm going to break down the exact script that has made me over £150,000 through cold email. This works for any business and will allow you to book 20 plus calls per month on a regular basis. So let me break down this script for you. So currently we're sending out cold emails that go like this. We're saying, hey Chris, I saw you're based in New York. So we basically want to make a short introduction and establish some sort of relevancy, either where they're based or something they've posted on LinkedIn. Just make it look like we know a little bit about them. But you don't need to go too far with this personalization. Once you've done that, then we go straight into the offer. With cold email, people getting emails every day, like 10, 20, 30 emails. It's crazy. So you need to pack your offer in very quickly and make sure it's catching people's attention. So what we say is, hey Chris, saw you're based in New York. Would you be interested in a list of 1,000 prospects that match your ICP completely for free? What we do here is we establish trust with them and obviously have a very, very good offer. So if they're interested in either getting more leads, growing their sales, then they would say yes to this list of 1,000 leads. That good offer isn't quite just enough because a lot of people won't really trust that. If we just say, hey Chris, can I give you 1,000 leads? They'll be like, what's the catch? What's the point of them doing that? They won't make any money. So we have to explain the offer as well. This is really important. So what we say is, this is all for free because we usually do this to establish a great relationship with companies like yours. So if you'd be interested in this, we can just send over the list. So that little explanation really helps confirm why we're able to do this for free and help them. Now we add an extra little bit to our cold email scripts as well that you can do that will make a little bit of a difference, and that's adding a little PS line. So with the PS, we just want to once again confirm how good this offer is. So what we would do, say, hey Chris, would you be interested in 1,000 leads for free? The reason why we do this is because we want to establish a relationship with great companies like yours. PS, if this list doesn't get you at least one closed deal, then I will personally buy you a Starbucks voucher so you can get a coffee. This adds a little human element to it and also reinforces the fact that it's such a good offer. If you go out with a script like that, you are clearly going to get responses and people raising their hand that want to get stuff from you. The reason why this script works is because it plays off a lead magnet. So a lead magnet is really, really important in marketing. It works for ads, it works for cold outreach and any form of marketing. A lead magnet is basically something that you can give away for free that's only relevant to people who are actually interested in your service. So for us, we can give a list of 1,000 prospects out that match their ideal client persona for free, and this shows that if someone's willing and able to accept this, then they'll be willing to take on more business and take on more leads. So it's a little indicator, it's a little foot in the door that shows us that they would actually be interested in this, and it's an opportunity to show our value as well. Now, even if you copy that script that I've just said word for word, there's a chance it may not work for you, or at least it might not work in 4 to 6 weeks. This is because the market is always changing, consumer behavior is always changing, so you need to always be testing these scripts. So in order to actually create a great script like that one, I'm going to break down the core fundamentals of why it works. This is for when consumer behavior changes and markets change. You will know the fundamentals that will make your script work no matter what the market conditions are. So let's get into them. The first thing, of course, is you need people to read your email. No one's going to reply and no one's going to be interested if they don't read your email. It might seem like, oh, if you just send an email, of course they're going to read it. But that's not the case. A lot of people are actually not opening their emails now because of the subject line. If it looks like something salesy, I know this is what I do, I just instantly delete it. I won't even give it the time to read and open the email. So you need to make sure that your subject line is optimized. How do we do this? So we actually use a methodology called internal camo. So we basically want the prospect to think that this email has come from a team member or someone internally, maybe even a family member. The way that we do this is we make the subject line look very casual and very, very short. So I don't know about you, if you receive marketing emails, probably looks quite sort of professional in the way where it's got a capital letter at the beginning of each word. It's about 5 to 7 words in length. And it's like how you can grow your business. No one's going to open that because they know the contents of it is trying to sell them something. Whereas if you could just say data update, quick list or quick question, very, very short, all lowercase, it makes it look much more informal and it makes it more likely for the prospect to open it. We've tested this and we see it makes a big difference on our response rate and our open rates of our emails. So I'd recommend you try that. Once the prospect has opened your email, you need to get their attention quickly with your first line. And that's why I mentioned relevancy. So you can either use someone's location, something about them on their social profiles, maybe a post they've made, maybe a job opening the company has, maybe they were featured in the news, but you need something scalable that you can find for everyone and actually drop that in there. For us, location is very easy. People are often tied to where they live and their location. So if you can drop where someone lives or their city, then it shows you know at least a little little bit about them, and it forms that personal connection. The reason I don't think personalization is actually that important in your emails is because the offer is by far the most important bit. If you were sending an email to someone that was really fully personalized, like going all in detail about what they posted on Facebook, what they've been up to with their friends and family, right, it shows you've done a lot of research. But if your offer is really bad, then no one's interested in it. And it's the opposite for if the offer is really good. You don't need to do loads of personalization. Our offer is so good. We offer free things, we offer free lists, we offer free emails, we offer free copywriting, free consultation. And if the offer's that good, you don't need to go into all of the detail about their history. You can just get straight to the point and they will be interested. So that's why the offer is much more important than personalization. So how can you create a great offer? So of course, a great offer comes from a lead magnet, which I've discussed earlier in this video. Some lead magnets that you could create are free lists for people, free trial sessions, free audits of either their content, of their emails, whatever you're offering, you want to frame it to give people a chance to actually try before you buy. It builds a lot of trust with people and you'll get so much more interest. And ultimately, if you're good at what you do, which I know most business owners really are, and their problem is getting the leads on, then you can give people a little taste of the work you can do for them to get them on board. Now, this will definitely boost your sales if you make it slightly easier for people to say yes to your offer in the first place. However, it doesn't stop there. If someone is interested in your offer, you've got a great email, you've got a bit of personalization, and sometimes they still won't convert. The reason for this usually is your call to action. So our call to action is very, very soft. It's just, would you be interested or would you be open to receiving something from us? This is basically the opposite of what I see every business doing right now. When we take our clients on, their calls to action are always, can you book a call with us here? Do you have time for a call tomorrow? It's always going hard for the call, and people don't want to commit to that. Everyone's receiving emails asking them to book in for a call straight away. We don't want to do that. We want to make it very low commitment and very easy for prospects to say yes. So instead of having a hard call to action where you actually pitch a call for someone, have a much softer call to action where it's just indicating a bit of interest. Would they be open to receiving something from you? And you develop a relationship from there. So ultimately, if you're just pitching a call and going with a hard call to action, you'll only get the portion of the market that is desperate for your solution. These usually won't be the best clients, they'll churn the easiest, they won't be the highest paying. So you want to have a softer call to action to get people slowly interested and nurture over time. Now, once you've got all of that in check, you will be generating sales calls. If you're running at a decent volume on email or LinkedIn, you'll easily be generating 10 positive responses a month just by doing that for any industry. But how can you double and triple these results to maybe book 30 calls a month on autopilot? There's two things that you'll need to do to achieve this. Firstly is implementing very good follow-ups. So with an offer like that, we're offering something free, it's very easy to get people to say yes. However, converting that into a call is the hard bit. So if you're just sending an email saying, would you be interested in receiving something free from us? And people say, yeah, sure. And then you send it over and that's it. The likelihood of you booking a call is very low. Whereas if you send the resource over and then ask them to book a call and constantly follow up 3 days later, 4 days later, 5 days later, and follow up about 5 or 6 times, then you have a much significantly higher chance of actually booking the call. So once you've implemented those follow-ups, the last thing you need to do to book 30 plus calls a month is more volume. You need to do more email accounts, you need to do more email outreach, more LinkedIn outreach, more social media outreach, but it can be very, very tough to set this up because on LinkedIn, you're limited to maybe 30 to 50 messages a day, email about the same. So the way to scale this is by using multiple accounts. We personally use about 50 email accounts to send over 1,000 emails a day, which books us the sort of numbers that we take. But if you're looking to do this yourself and setting up the email infrastructure and all of these domains, it's going to be very difficult. So if you're looking for an expert who'll be able to set this up for you, run your campaigns, guarantee you calls in your calendar, then schedule a call with us below and we'll be excited to see what we can do for you.